Talladega Super Speedway is the next stop on the Mello Yello, in the NRSL Mello Yello series, as we are set to go racing for the running of the Aaron's 312. as we got 40 cars strong, set for great racing here today on this 2.66 mile asphalt oval. So let's see what the start. So let's get the start for race running of the event. On the pole at a rather slow for this track, 183 miles per hour. It is Jordan Anderson. He's on the pole for today's event. He's in the MBNA Pontiac, car number 18. Beside him will be car 24. It's Ryan George, the DuPont Chevrolet. Row number 2 has William Brock, car number 27, the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. He'll be flanked by the number 12 Bull. He'll be flanked by the number 24. He'll be flanked by the number 12 Verizon Wireless Dodge of Chelsea Bowles. Dougie Shears in the Stacker 2 Chevrolet car 23, and Phil Parker in the 17 DeWalt Tools Chevrolet have row 3. Row 4 has Zach Flickinger's AC Delco Chevy and Kyle Matthews' Shell Pontiac car number 44, winner this season at Rockingham. Row 5, in car number 5, the Delphi Chevrolet's John Arndt has the inside lane, and Darlington winner Dylan Young in the Great Clips Toyota car 38 and the Jason Leffler cars. Cole Deaver, car number 3 in the AC Delco Chevrolet, has the inside of the 6th row, and beside him will be Paul Minnick in the Nesquik Chevrolet, car number 10. And then it's Trace Williams in the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet, car 29, and beside him will be Jonathan Zorlin in the number 33 Ream Chevrolet. Next row down has Joshua Collar driving for Jennifer Jo Cobb in the Mark I Ford, car number 13. Beside him will be the number 36 Stanley Tools Pontiac. It's Luis Hernandez. Next row down, car number 72 in the Detroit Gasket Chevrolet. It's Daniel Olson, and beside him will be not Emmanuel Hartnett, but Johnny Gardner, car 22, the Discount Tire Dodge. And then you got Emmanuel Hartnett. He's on the outside of the next row down in the Aquafresh Pontiac cars number 00. On the inside lane will be Joshua Osborne in the number 60 Winn-Dixie Ford. Inside of the next row down, car number 14, the Navy Chevrolet. It's Cab Shearer. And beside him will be Nick Gunther in the GameStop Toyota, car number 20. Next row down has Quentin Moore in the Racing for Jesus Chevrolet, car 89. Beside him will be the Las Vegas winner, Jesse Turner, in the Gould's Pump Chevrolet, car 34. Then it's Michael Turner in the bumper-to-bumper auto-valued Toyota, car 43. Beside him will be JT Bryant in the DeWalt Tools Chevrolet, car number 1. Then it's Andrew Perry in the number 66 Duraflame Dodge, car number 66. And beside him will be Chris Darton in the Kleenex Chevrolet, car 33. Chris was second at Texas. Then it's Nick Baxter, car 63, the Lysol Pontiac, and flanking him on the outside will be Andrew Davis in the 87 Melso Mobility Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 93, the Amoco Ultimate Pontiac. It's Matt McIntyre. Flanking him will be Matt Haas in the 37 Timberwolf Pontiac. He's on the outside. Next row down has Jessica Shelton, car number 94, the New Holland Ford. She was the winner at Bristol this season. She'll be flanked by car number 62 to South Point Chevrolet. It's Joshua Sakuli on the outside. Next row down, car 45, the Sprint Spree Chevrolet, car 45. It's Zachary Fitzwater. He'll be alongside car number 7, the Bentley Geico Chevrolet. It's Benjamin Miles, who won the first plate stop of the season at Daytona. Then it's Charles Stanford, car 74, the Fina Lube Chevrolet on the inside lane. Beside him will be car number 99, the Airstream Machine Toyota. It's Dunn LaPrade on the outside, and the 39th and final starter of the race here today, starting shotgun, it's Chris Dodd, car 88, the Navy Chevrolet. So the field getting set for racing here today on this 2.66 mile oval, Triumphal Talladega Super Speedway. And let's get the starting command for the Aaron's 312.
Drivers, start your engines.
Command given to fire the engines. Command fire the engines here. Or command to fire the engines has been given, I should say. As we are set to go racing here hopefully some changes hopefully have been made from the Daytona race where there was not much passing in the Daytona race. Very uncommon for that track. But hopefully we got it all solved here for both this race and for the Castrol GTX Cup Series for the running of the Winston 500. Kind of going old school retro with those names both for the Cup Series this season for both the Winston 500 and the Die Hard 500, which will be the final race, the last plate race on that season, I should say, for the Cup Series. So the pace car ducks off on the pit road, as we've seen many times before at Talladega. A whole lot different track than Daytona. The start-finish line would be about here if this was Daytona. But at Talladega, you get another opportunity to try to make a pass for the win. Start-finish line sits at the exit of pit road as the green flag waves. And boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls. 19 laps of distance here today on this racetrack. That will make up the Aaron's 312. It will be 29 for the Winston 500. The next stop on the Cup Series Tour. Jordan Anderson jumps out in front. In the second goes William Brock and Car 27 trying to take second from Ryan George to 27 and 24 side by side. Two Chevrolets behind the Pontiac. And here comes the 27 car. That's William Brock to the inside lane going for the lead. And he'll take the Casey Atwood colors into the number 1 spot. Car 27, the Castrol GTX Chevrolet, out front here at Talladega. But Zach Blickinger is going to have something to say about who leads the first lap in that number 2 AC Delco car. And John Arndt's going to try to make a 3 wide for the number 1 spot. Look at this. 3 wide for the lead. Who led that lap? And it said John Arndt did. In car number 5, he leads the first lap of the race from the 7th starting position. Actually, it was from 9th starting position, as a matter of fact. First lap was over 163.310 miles per hour. But don't get used to this pace. 3 wide racing all the way around at Talladega Superspeedway. As Trace Williams in car 29 takes the lead. Here comes Joshua Collard to the inside lane. And now Collard wants to take the number 1 spot, and so does the 72 car of Daniel Olson. Chevrolet in first, Ford in second, Chevrolet in third, and you got Chevrolet and Ford side by side for the number 4 spot. That's Joshua Osborne and Cole Deaver going at it. On board Joshua Osborne's car. Osborne is one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's event here. He, Jessica Shelton, and Kyle Matthews are the only 3 with the in-car camera shot. Osborne had a shot to go for the number 1 spot, but he pushes Joshua Collard to the number 1 position now. Osborne decided to stick with Collard, though, but now here comes Quentin Moore in car 89 driving the Morgan Shepherd colors. He goes inside trying to take the number 1 spot. Is it going to be Olsen or Collard leading this lap? Oh, that was too close to the line. And they gave it to Collard by just a smidgen. What was the margin of the stripe? 5/1000th of a second was the margin of the start-finish line. Gosh, if that would have been the last lap, if that would have been a race for the checkers, my gosh. And as you can see by the lap speeds, they have been slowed down quite a bit since Daytona. As a matter of fact, by a very good amount, though. 181 miles per hour the last time by the guy who just now took it to lead, Andrew Perry. So the speed's very slow here at Talladega. And Perry better not look now, because here comes that 94, Jessica Shelton, to the inside lane. As she takes her 97 Thunderbird up to the number 1 spot now, or tries to, and she dips down. She does have the lead. Jessica won that thriller at Bristol this season over Johnny Gardner. Matt McIntyre to the inside lane, but here comes that 45, Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater driving the Adam Petty cars, and he's got Charles Sanford behind him in car 74. Sanford, you may remember, almost won the race down at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, but faded back late in the going in that race. So Sanford does hope to get a good run here today. In need of one. Paul Minnick right there behind him, 10 car. Minnick won the race at Texas Motor Speedway. He'll dive to the inside lane. He'll take third from Matt McIntyre. Chris Dodd. He's won here before in the Cup Series, but hopes to get his first Mello Yello Series victory here today. And here comes Paul Minnick to the inside lane. Minnick in car number 10. And he'll take the number, or try to take number 2 away, the number 2 spot away. And I got some new players up there. Benjamin Miles, the Daytona victor, here in the number 7 machine. Dunn LaPratt in 99 and 62. Joshua Sekuli inside lane as well. Sekuli driving the Brendan Gaughan colors in the number 62 machine. Those guys started back in the pack, and they are up in the top 5, top 10 spots now. Last lap by for the leader, 180.775 miles per hour. They are very slow here at Talladega for some reason or another. Andrew Davis making a move to the inside lane in 87. He's got Phil Parker right behind him in the 17 machine. And going for the second spot comes the 99 car, Dunn LaPratt. LaPratt driving the car for Diamond Waltrip Racing, and they're one of the few Toyotas in the field. 5 different manufacturers represented in this field: Toyota, Pontiac, Dodge, Chevrolet. Here, Toyota, Pontiac, Dodge, and of course, Ford and Chevrolet. All represented in this field. Kind of weird. You got Dodge, Pontiac, and Toyotas mixed in there together. Andrew Davis is moving up in the 4th position. Phil Parker in 5th. And that 32 car, Chris Daugherty. He's a little racy here today in a 32 machine, the Kleenex Chevrolet. Daugherty driving a 1999 Monte Carlo in the field. But here comes that number 20 Toyota, Nick Gunther. He's got the help from Dylan Young in the 38 car. A pair of Toyotas hooked up there in kind of a sort of a... well, they were for a moment in a tandem draft, but Phil Parker and Andrew Davis kind of spoiled that for him, and here comes Phil Parker in the inside lane. He wants to go for the lead. Does he take it coming to start-finish line over Dunn LaPratt? Looked like he did. And in fact, he does take the lead. Phil Parker, how about that? Car number 17, he'll take the Matt Kenseth colors to the number 1 spot. But only for a moment, because here comes that number 20 of Nick Gunther. He's going to stick behind Phil Parker behind him. But Dylan Young, the winner at Darlington, he looks to the inside lane. Gets past Andrew Davis. He'll try to get past Gunther in the 20 machine. Young's got Jonathan Zorlin and the 24 of Ryan George right behind him. George driving the number 24 DuPont paint scheme this weekend. He's got 2 paint schemes. He's got DuPont car and he's got a Pepsi car, and the Monte Carlos are a year apart. This is a 99 Monte Carlo he's driving. The Pepsi car is a 2000 Monte Carlo. And that team kind of figured they got a better aerodynamic nose on the 99, so they're going to give this car a try. And so far it's working to its advantage at the moment. There he rides now 5th position behind Zorlin. But here comes Gunther to the inside lane, car number 20. He'll make the move to the inside of Phil Parker, going to try for the lead. Ryan George is going to follow suit, and here comes the 37 of Matt Haas in the Timberwolf machine. That's a 2003 Pontiac. And some of the front starters are moving back through the field. They're Cole Deaver, outside pole sitter William Brock. Actually, Brock actually started 3rd in the 27 machine. It's running just behind Deaver in the 3. I tell you what, these cars may be slowed down here at Talladega, but they are providing some real good racing as they always do. On this track, Talladega seldom disappoints. John Arndt right behind him. Here comes the pole sitter, Jordan Anderson, 60 in the 18 truck. Actually, I keep saying 66 because the real Jordan Anderson does drive a 66 car in the truck series. And somebody's down on the apron of the track here. That's, I don't know who is that. It's a powder blue machine that's on the apron of the track. Well, it ain't Andrew Davis because he's not. Oh, it looks like Michael Turner. I think he's blown up. I believe Michael Turner is blown up and he is slow on the apron of the track. And Joshua Osborne's lost the draft and now he's about to get lapped. What is going to shake things up there? We're just past halfway by way 10 here 11 laps here 10 laps in 11 laps in the books. Anderson takes the lead. He's got William Brock right behind him and Michael Turner. There he is in a 43 car on pit road. And apparently the day is over for Richard Petty for the Richard Petty Motorsports team. And here comes Chelsea Bowles. She's going to make a 3 wide net 12 machine. Chelsea Bowles brings her Dodge to the #1 spot. And led that lap again by just inches. How close was that? That was 3 1,000ths of a second on the start-finish line. And we're getting word on the 43. It was a suspension problem that milled the 43 team. So Michael Turner, the first retiree out of this race because of a suspension failure on that Toyota. And Jesse Turner goes to #2 spot now. And he's got Trace Williams behind him. Dunn LaPrade, Zachary Fitzwater, JT Bryant, all in this mix. They're all getting dicey. It's the part of the race where if you remember the Kenny Rogers song, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And oh, it's spin! It's the 93 car that is Matt McIntyre is spun. Matt McIntyre, car number 93, gets spun by the 89 of Quentin Moore. And it's no caution. No caution to keep on racing. Unfortunate for the 93 team of Matt McIntyre as Chelsea Bowles continues to lead the pack here. I'd say it's not going to be long before Matt gets lapped. JT Bryant dives inside. He's going to go for the lead. Oh my gosh, they are 4 wide for the #1 spot. And again, that was so close to the start-finish line. And that one was 14 1,000 of a second. They were 86,000 of a second from first to 5th. JT Bryant takes the #1 spot, and Benjamin Miles goes to 2nd. Now Paul Minnick makes his way in the mix down in the 10 car. He moves up in the 3rd. Andrew Davis up there. Kyle Matthews up in the middle of that 44 machine. On board Kyle Matthews' car. That's what it's like to ride along at 180 miles per hour. See that RPM gauge at about 7,600 RPMs. Matthews was clocked 7th the last time by, but I say he's a little bit further back than that now. Up front comes car 10, Paul Minnick. And here comes that 14, Kev Shearer. Where did he come from? Kev Shearer, car 14 to the #1 spot. Now he dives inside of the racetrack of Andrew Davis and Paul Minnick, and he's got Luis Hernandez behind him. Andrew Perry's up there. Here comes the 13 car. That's Joshua Collard along with Charles Sanford in 74. Three laps to go now. And here comes Collard to the inside. Car number 13 dips down, and he'll take the lead away from Andrew Perry. Collard driving a 2010 Ford Fusion. And here comes that 74 Charles Sanford. No! Here comes Jordan Anderson to the inside. He'll take the number 1 spot, the pole sitter of the event. He's got Joshua Sakuli behind him, Nick Gunther in 20, Chris Dodd, Jessica Shelton. They're all in this mix now. Don't pencil in your winner yet. Any of these cars can win this event here at Talladega. It ain't over till it's over. Now we're down to 2 laps to go now. It will be the white flag next time by. Jordan Anderson trying to hold them all off. Sakuli goes to second. Third goes to Gunther. Dodd deploys fourth. Shelton trying to find a move to the inside lane. Here comes Sakuli. Car 62 to the inside. Darn pace car. He'll take the number 1 spot. He's got Dodd behind him. He's got Shelton. They're all getting into it now. They know the white flag's up. The chips are down now. Where do you make your move here? Who makes the move at the right time? Who's going to do it? It's all down to it now. The white flag waves. Sakuli up the high side. Here comes Shelton. White flag is out. 1 to go. Let the shuffle begin at Talladega. Here we go. Shelton to the inside. She takes the lead. But she's got Daniel Olson. She's got Matt Haas. Johnny Gardner. They're all behind her. Here comes Olson to the inside. He'll take the number 1 spot. He's got Haas shoving him. No! Here comes Gardner. Gardner, number 22. He'll go to the inside for third. Maybe for the lead, though. It ain't over yet, though. The start finish line, we say, remember, is just past the exit of pit road. Here, Olsen takes the lead. Here comes Gardner. Johnny Gardner to the inside lane. He goes to the inside. Does he make the move? Here comes Dylan Young. He and Gardner are side by side. That's going to be all she wrote. Daniel Olson wins the Aaron's 312 at Talladega. Daniel Olson, car number 72 to Detroit Gasket Chevrolet, takes the victory at the Aaron's 312, holding off some of the best in the business. He holds off Dylan Young. He holds off Johnny Gardner, who finishes third. John Arndt fourth. Jessica Shelton ends up fifth. Then comes Dougie Shears, Matt Haas, Nick Baxter in 8th. 9th was Jonathan Zorlin, and 10th place was Charles Sanford. Caution free here at Talladega Superspeedway. Average speed 179.552. That's not the speeds we usually see at Talladega, but this is GNS physics, after all. But anyway, 11th place will go to Joshua Sakuli. Nick Gunther was 12th. Luis Hernandez 13th. 14th was Chris Dodd. Kyle Matthews was 15th. 16th was Jordan Anderson. Chris Dollerton 17th. William Brock 18th. Darn hiccups. 19th was Joshua Collard. Phil Parker was 20th. Then Dunn LaPrade 21st. Andrew Perry, Zachary Fitzwater, Jesse Turner, Kev Shearer, Emmanuel Hartnett, Andrew Davis, Ryan George was 28th. 29th was Paul Minnick, Zach Flickinger, JT Bryant, Chelsea Bowles, Cole Deaver, Benjamin Miles, Trace Williams, Quentin Moore, McIntyre, the last car on the lead lap. Joshua Osborne, the only car a lap down in 38th, and 39th, last place car was Michael Turner, and he was out of the race because of a suspension failure. So 9 races are in the books, and Daniel Olson, a surprise winner here at Talladega Super Speedway. He'll take home the NRSL 312 title for the Mello Yello Series. Next stop for this series will be at California Speedway, which will be part of a Cup and Cup Mello Yello, and I think a triple header, I think, too. So with all that said, this is James Qualls, and this has been a production in the NRSL, and we'll see you next time. Congratulations again to Daniel Olson. So long, everybody.